What's going on, guys? Welcome back to my channel. My name is Ariel, if you didn't know. Today's video is gonna be like a comparing video, as you can see in the title. So recently I got the James Charles palette for Christmas. That was like a story on its own, but shout out to my boyfriend and his little sister for getting me that. But yeah, so I got that for Christmas, which I really wanted. To be honest though, I think I just wanted it for the hype, because I had never touched the palette. Up to now, I still actually haven't touched the palette. Never touched the palette. Literally didn't care about it when like I heard about it. I didn't really care that much about it. But then I saw the hype, and I saw I think I'd watched one of James Charles' videos, and I saw the palette and whatever, and like, I don't know, it looked really nice, and I was like, I think I need it. And then I was like, no, I know I need it. Most of you know it was really hard to get. It was like sold out everywhere. I tried so many times to like order it online when they had like a restock, whatever, but it was really difficult. It was really difficult. But recently they opened a Morphe store in Square One in Mississauga in Toronto. So they opened a Morphe store near me, and I went. Actually, I didn't even know they had a Morphe store, but whatever. And I didn't get the palette because it was sold out. Story short, it was still long, but I got it for Christmas. So I recently got that. I purchased the Jaclyn Hill palette a little while ago, a couple months ago. Oh, no, I got the Jaclyn Hill palette in like September. So I've been using that. I love my Jaclyn Hill palette. It is the best palette ever, and it has so many shades in it. I literally don't need any other palette. I actually love it so much. But this was such a big deal. Like, this palette was such a big deal. But yeah, this James Charles palette was like such a big deal that I think I just really wanted it, and I thought it'd be a good idea to do like a comparing palette video. So I have both my palettes here. Dear God, please do not judge me. I use this Jaclyn Hill palette every time I go out. Granted, that's not a lot, but when I do, I use it, and I like just in and out. And like, it's not in its best condition, I'll admit. It's not at all. So don't judge. It's pretty bad. But this is my Jaclyn Hill palette, if it wants to focus. There it is. We all seen it. We love it. Blech. We love it. I love it. And yeah, that's what that guy looks like. And then we have my brand new, never been touched, just looked at, admired from afar, James Charles palette. So even when I went to the store, like the Morphe store, I still actually didn't touch the James Charles palette, even though it was like right in front of my face. I don't know, I just chose not to touch it. Recently I've heard that the Jaclyn Hill palette is better than the James Charles palette, but I don't really know. I do love my Jaclyn Hill palette, but I'm gonna make this as non-biased as possible. Yeah, let's get into it. Okay, so my Jaclyn Hill palette has 35 shades in it, and then the James Charles palette actually has 39 shades in it, but, well, not but, plus. They also have it also has bigger pans for certain shades. So these are like the face shades. So there's like a highlight, a black and a white, and then like a bronzer, a contour, and then like a shimmer highlight. I mean, that's cool. That's pretty fun. But yeah, so let's see what we get. Okay, so I want to do like a look that has like similar shades, because I want it to be comparable. So I'm gonna take a look at both palettes. It would probably have to be like a warmer, yeah, it's gonna have to be like a warmer tone look. It's kind of hard to do that just because the James Charles palette has much more vibrant shades than the Jaclyn Hill palette. Okay, I lied. We're gonna end up doing two totally different looks, because that's just what's gonna happen. I'm gonna try to do I'm just gonna do like whatever I like, okay? So I'm gonna do something that I don't usually do with the Jaclyn Hill palette, so that way it's not like I do this look all the time, so I know it's gonna look good. I'm just gonna do something different. So I'm gonna take my two favorite brushes ever. So it's the Sephora Pro Bullet Crease Brush number 86. It's like a nice little crease brush. And then I'm also gonna take this fluffy blender that I have that I don't know where I got, but it's great. So we're gonna use it. I'm gonna go into my palette. I'm gonna do Maybe I might stick with something warm just because I feel like that could be comparable, because he does have a lot of warm shades in his palette as well. And yeah, so let's see. Let's start with like a, okay, I'm thinking about doing like a shimmer lid and then just doing like a deep crease. So let's take this guy here, and that is Butter. So I'm going to take Butter from the Jaclyn Hill palette, and I'm going to pop that into my crease. Okay, so I put Butter in my crease. I'm just going to take my fluffy brush and blend it out. Take a little more of that. Put that in my crease. I feel like it's pretty vibrant actually. The one thing that I absolutely love about the Jaclyn Hill palette is just the way it blends. I feel like it's super effortless. Like the shadows blend really, really nice together. I'm going to take, I don't even know, I hate doing this. Okay, I'm going to take Beam, which is, nope, I'm not going to take Beam. I'm going to take Silk Cream, which is this shade here. And I'm going to put that on my fluffy brush. And I'm going to use that just to blend out that shade that I put in my crease. Just to make everything super soft. I'm going to go back in with my crease brush, and I'm going to take this shade here. It's like that orangey shade, and that is Hunts. That's like my go-to. I'm not going to lie, I use that shade pretty often. And I'm going to put that back into my crease. Pack it on with my crease brush. And I'm going to go all the way through. And then I'm going to take my fluffy brush and just soften the edges. A good tip too is the further you hold your brush, the softer your blend will be. And I'm going to go back in with that same first blending shade and just blend that out. And I'm going to take Stir, which is this burgundy shade right here, and I'm going to put that in my crease as well. And then blend that out. So super vibrant. We like it. Then I'm going to take a little bit of a darker shade. So I'm going to take this one right here. Oops, this one right there. So that is Chip. That's a darker, like almost like a brown, but not quite brown, a little bit more into like the plum side. And I'm going to layer that onto the outer corner of my crease. And then also on my lid. Just on the outer corners. And then my blending brush. And I'm not adding any product to my blending brush. I'm just using it to blend out the edges. I'm gonna add a little more, and I'm really just adding it to my outer lid. Okay, now I'm gonna take one of the shimmer shades and just put it on my lid just to kind of give it like a nice little pop of shimmer. So I'm gonna take, I think I'm gonna take this one up here, this pinky toned shimmer there, which is called Faint. So I think I'm going to take that shade with my finger just to get more pigment. And that's what it looks like. Can't see it. And I'm just going to pack that onto my lid. I love the way that looks. It's super bright. It's such a soft pink, but super, super bright. So I'm going to go back in with my crease brush and darken my outer corner. So I'm going to take the darker shade, which is this one here, and that is called Soda Pop. That's fun. And just pop that into my, get it? Soda Pop, pop. I'm going to put that right in my outer corner just to define it nicely. And then I'm just gonna blend that out. Not too much because you don't want to take away the intensity that you just put on there. Yeah, that's cute. I like it. It's cute. Okay, so that's all I'm gonna do for now for the one eye, and then once I put liner and stuff, I'll do that when I do the other eye. So now I'm gonna move on to my, wow, my hair's a mess, oh my god. So now I'm gonna move on to my brand new James Charles palette, and we're gonna try to do something kind of similar, but maybe not. But we're gonna try to do something like this on this eye and see. And this is, please, like, keep in mind, this isn't gonna be like, this isn't like a what am I trying to say? This isn't gonna be like a color comparison, because the two palettes are very different because they had different purposes. They have their own reasons for doing the shades that they picked, and I love both of them. But this is just gonna be more like payoff and like how easily it blends. Okay, so now I'm gonna jump into my James Charles palette for the very first time. So I'm gonna, oh god, it's so big, which is fine. I mean, I'm not hating, but like it's not travel friendly. So I'm gonna take, are the shades at the back of this? No, the shades are on the other thing, but I don't really, okay, so I'm not gonna know the shade names, guys, I'm sorry. Okay, so I'm gonna take, what did I do on my other eye? I'm gonna do something to try to make it look like that. Okay, so I'm gonna take this little guy right here, and I'm gonna pop that guy in my crease first. Okay, so that is the color of my skin. Fun. Okay, this is what we're gonna do. We're gonna take one of the little bronzing shades. So we're gonna take this guy right here, this orangey bronzing shade, and we're gonna put that into my crease. Okay. Ooh, that girl is orange. It's okay, we're gonna make it work. But again, we're not gonna compare it. We're trying not to compare the shades. It's gonna be more about how it blends. That blended really nice though. People are haters. Let me not talk too quick. But that blended very, very nicely. So I'm gonna take a little bit more of that orange shade and blend it out. Okay, and then I'm gonna take this nude situation up here. Again, guys, I'm sorry, I don't have the names of the shades. It's on the paper. It's on like the plastic paper that comes, or the plastic layer that comes, the protector. That's what I'm trying to say. It's in the plastic protector that comes when you open the palette. I put it somewhere and I don't know what I did with it. So we're gonna put this in my close to my brow bone and just kind of blend out that other shade. Okay, so we're gonna put more of the orange shade back in there because it seemed to have disappeared. Okay, so I put that back. Blend out just the edge because we don't want to get rid of the color. Good, we're happy with that. Okay, now we're gonna take the darker bronzing shade, which is this one here. Put that in the crease. Nothing happened, so we're gonna put more. Okay, this is just like a deeper orange. Well, it's so weird, like it doesn't come off as like orange here. Oh, I guess it kind of does in the camera, but in person it definitely looks like more of like a bronzing shade. But when I put it on my eye, it looks pretty goddamn orange. I do like that these shades are blending very easily. Cute, cute, cute. Then I'm gonna take the next darker shade of bronzer, and I'm gonna put that in my crease as well. Ooh, okay. That is in my crease and a little bit lower, like on my lid now, but I feel like it's not dark enough, so we're definitely gonna take this guy up here, which is kind of like that plummy, dark, not yet brown shade from the Jaclyn Hill palette, but I actually think this one's a little bit darker, but we're gonna work with it. And we're gonna put that right on the lid in the crease, or the corner, and then bring it up to my crease. Wow, it actually blends really nice. Oh, I really like how soft it blended for such a deep color too. I think we're gonna put a little bit more of that same shade on my lid and just let it like live there a little bit. I don't want to make it too dark because this one's not too dark, but it's looking like it's gonna be a little dark. Okay. Okay, let's just go into the shimmer. So I'm gonna do the same thing, take my finger and get into it. So I'm gonna use this little pink shade here. It's like a shimmer. It's similar, it looks similar to the Jaclyn Hill shimmer, but let's see. Just gonna stick my finger in there because that's fun. So that's what that one looks like. I don't know if it's like you can see it properly or not, but woo! Okay. I feel like this one's not as intense as the Jaclyn Hill one, but let's just see when we put it on. Oh, that's a lie. Intense. Oh, I do like this though. Oh, that went on really nice. It definitely feels different. Like, I think it looks different too. And I don't mean the color. Like, I just mean the way it sits. I think it sits... I don't know how... I don't know if it's like... I don't know how yet. Let me think about it and then I'll tell you what I mean. Okay, let me come close so you can see like what it looks like up close. And don't forget, this is just shadow, no eyeliner. So don't judge, because you know eyeshadow doesn't look as good unless you put liner on it. Okay, so that's the Jaclyn Hill eye. And then the James Charles eye. Okay, I'm gonna go put some liner on and then just come back and see the difference. Okay, so I put some liner on and some mascara. I didn't want to put lashes on because I don't want it to like I don't want the lashes to like overpower the shadow so that you can't see the shadow as well as you would be able to see the shadow if there isn't lashes on it. So therefore we have no lashes on. Then I'm gonna put some shadow at the bottom of my lash line just so we can see how that looks too. Like they're a little bit different, but I have some thoughts, but I will get to that. Okay, so I put some mascara on and at the bottom, and then I like put a little more face on. But I have some thoughts. Number one, this is not in a million years, not even close to one of my favorite looks. Like, this is like, I'm not happy with the way that like the overall look looks, but this was for the purpose of trying both palettes and seeing what we like, what we don't like. Okay, so we're just gonna roll with it. First off, the colors, I actually did find colors that matched pretty similar. One thing with the James Charles palette was that initially the shades that I did dip into, I didn't expect them to come off the way that they did. Like the bronzy shades, I thought they would come off more brown neutral, but they did come off more on like the orangey side, which is what this eye looked like, but generally speaking I wouldn't have expected it to be that orange. And I think it's meant to be like a face shadow shade anyways, like to bronze. So I'm not really sure how that's gonna come off on my skin, but I mean, like if I were to bronze, but I mean, like we can try it and see. I'm not gonna try it right now, but we will. Secondly, the Jaclyn Hill palette, the shades blend and pay off very, very nicely. It's kind of like a, like for the James Charles palette, it's kind of like a pro and a con at the same time, if that makes sense. The James Charles shadows, they do end up actually blending, I personally think, nicer than the Jaclyn Hill palette. But the Jaclyn Hill palette shadows, I feel, have more of a pop to it. But I didn't actually dip into like the brighter shades of the James Charles palette, so I'm not sure how that would work. But I did compare the two shimmer shades, and they're very, very similar when you look at them. So I think this side, which is my Jaclyn Hill side, has more of a pop to it. The shimmer, I noticed initially when I did put the shimmer on this eye, it's kind of nice. I do like the fact that it does this, but it almost like fused into the other shadows, which is nice because like it was an effortless blend, and if I were like rushing and I had to do it super fast, I could just like throw it on and it blended very, very nicely. As this one, you could see with the Jaclyn Hill shadow, it does have more of a definite line than the James Charles shadow. But I don't know which one I don't think I like one more than the other. I just like both palettes, different reasons. But yeah, I do think that the James Charles palette blended beautifully. If you're looking for saturation over blendability, then I would say the Jaclyn Hill palette would be a better option, just because you might have to work a little bit harder with the James Charles palette to get the saturation, if that makes sense. But yeah, so overall, I love both palettes. I will continue to use both. I will now use my James Charles palette now that I've finally dipped into it. And I think my next video, or maybe not the next video, but future video, I will do maybe a compare again, but this time do the brighter shades and see how that goes, or even just do a look with the James Charles palette. But yeah, so that is the end of my video. If you liked this video, if you did like the whole comparing and all that kind of jazz, then comment below. Make sure you give this video a like, comment, share, and subscribe, and I'll be back with something new next time. Bye!